everybody. You know my gold, solid gold. Nothing new to the stream. But anyways, for the people that are going to be watching this later, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. Currently in the middle. There it is. So I might have to do a little bit of airbrushing. So finding my tiny compressor. Got the hose. I think my thing I use the spray as a backdrop is hanging out over there, so I might have to get up and go grab it eventually. Next, I want to say it was right there, but I think I'm lying to myself. I think I gotta do like a slight bit of airbrushing. I could probably brush it on, but I don't know if I really want to. I figure I can rig it. Just airbrush slightly. Heck did it go? I wonder if it's in the box. Might be in the box over there. Hold up. I'll leave you guys for 3 seconds. Oh, yep, that's where it is. This thing probably should be on the ground. This alien queen has been literal nothing but nightmares. Nothing but nightmares. Hey, Godzilla King, Alex, Miguel. How's your guys' day going? Mine's going pretty swell. Got some base colors on the little Star Wars alien dude. Working on that. I primered up parts of the 99 Godzilla to work on the tail, or the claws, bits, what have you. 68, that's Destroy All Monsters, right? I'd give it like a 7. If I had to pick. Gotta make sure that my thing's hooked up correctly. And it's fine, I don't even know how long I'm gonna be here. I figure I didn't have a video for today for sure. Sweet, it is the right hose. Hey, Leia Draco. It's a solid suit. Like I said, like 68, like into 75, I think is like, whenever I think of like quintessential Showa Godzilla, that's usually what pops into my head. Because it's not my favorite, but it's like, if I generally am referencing Showa, it's usually like where my brain goes. Thanks, Lady Draco. I got this from my buddy Aaron, because this is like a 4X shirt. Because he was a big dude at the time. But when the sizes came in, this fits like a 1X. Because it's like the Chinese sizes. But got my airbrush here. We'll mess around with that in a few, because it's just going to be really quick. It's just for these 3D printed toes. I just got to do a little bit of black right here, just to cover like the base of the toe and around the side here, just to match to the figure. And then the nails are like a glossy brown, dark brown. Problem is, these are replacement feet for a Hammett Collection T-Rex. I don't currently own one anymore, at least the legit regular one. The one we have is the San Diego Comic-Con one, which is glossy and noticeably darker than the regular one, plus like the undersection, it's got like the sandy tones and everything, which the regular figure doesn't have this. But from pictures, the toenails look the same, so I can kind of go off this one for the toes. And then the way they did the airbrushing right here is relatively the same. It just doesn't have this little sandy bit on the back of the feet. You're good. The guy that I'm doing it for ended up sending me some. And I got the bait. Like, this looks like it's supposed to be the right skin color. So I don't think I gotta like repaint the foot. I think I just gotta do the touch ups and we'll be good. So I was gonna work on the nails doing that. Gonna work on doing his nails. Nails, do the teeth. I'm gonna try to get him mostly set up so then just like next day or two, I just gotta like touch up a couple of areas of paint. Primarily, I want to redo the red up here. I gotta clean some little bit of paint off the eyes, and then, like I said, it's just a little touch, doing some touch up stuff. Like I got any parts that was epoxy putty, I'm gonna have to like super glue over top of it so that the paint doesn't come off pretty close. It looks pretty close. Like not having it in hand, this seemed right. If it's not, like I said, it's hard to replicate the paint job if I don't have the thing here. So that's why usually whenever I'm doing these kind of customs, God, I wish I sound like Seth Rogen. My voice is not nearly that deep or raspy. It would be funny though. Usually I get the Joss Whedon. I look like Joss Whedon, if anything. Yeah, no, it looks pretty close. So I'm not too concerned about that. This one I might have to hop off the stream to do with this because I kind of need the picture references off my phone. Because there's a lot of color. Like I know the face and the neck is gray, and then the back here is like blue and purples. Same with the hand and skin. Like I could do a little bit on here, but to get like the intricate details, I'd have to mess around with it more. Hey, if you can get that large one for $40, I think you're good to go. It's a Frogus Mega Godzilla. That'd be more horrifying than what it originally was. Okay, so I guess we'll start with you. For the most part, I kind of got the idea of how I want to do the nails. Just now debating if I want to use like the reddish brown or the regular brown. No, I saw you post the pictures. I didn't look that hard though. Is his eyes fairly derpy derp? That sucks. Usually those ones have been pretty good lately. Methinks. I think the other brown would probably be better. So we're gonna go with that. I'll get you guys down in just a second. The new Funko? I don't even know if I've seen it. I think I'd rather have I think I'd want it the other way around, maybe. Like Chris Pratt being Godzilla. Oh, that'd be weird. I don't know how much I can condone those ones. I'll leave that alone for a minute. Yeah, I think I was gonna go with going with voices. I don't know if those would be where I'd want to go. I think Jack Black is like Suko, maybe? Oh no, Jack Black as Scar King, I think would be hilarious. I think Colin, I'd want like Idris Elba. I think his voice would be kind of cool. I think our Godzilla is like a Ron Perlman. But that's why Jack Black would be great as Suko. So with these nails, I'm just starting with a brown base. Because of the black primer, when it dries, it should be a little darker looking. And then I'm gonna go over top of it with like a bone color. That will be dry brushing on them. He sort of, yeah, Circle sort of talks. They have like him and Colin have some exchanges. This is a custom 99 I've been working on for a few. We're almost to the point where it's kind of wrapped up now. Like we're getting almost close enough where I can start bugging about payment. Oh, the Five Nights at Freddy's one? It is pretty sweet. I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, I haven't really played much of Dead by Daylight, but that's still pretty cool. I wonder, because I wonder if they're gonna do new maps. I'd assume. I'm hoping to start your stuff. Like, well, I'm trying to get through these few commissions I've been working on, and then I'll start your. Because I got after these ones, I got yours, and then I got Russell's C-Rex. I got to start on too, which I got the glue remover in not too long ago, and I lost it. I have no idea where it went, so I might have to order it again. I thought it was on my craft table upstairs, but lo and behold, it is not on my craft table upstairs. So Friday, more than likely, I'm probably going to be doing some cleaning around the house and probably trying to hunt that down. So I can do that. But I have this. I have the dragon, which I have primer now. So I hope on Friday morning I can work on air. I'm going to try to get it all set up so I can start airbrushing that thing Friday. And then once that's all good to go, then I'll get started on your stuff. Because the only other commission I've taken on recently is an Ultraman one. So I'll probably be working on that randomly in between stuff, but for the most part. Then we also got Lady Draco's too. I got her Green Lantern, or not Red Lantern Godzilla. But once the other stuff's paid for, I can start working on that. You're not too lone. Depends what we're talking about. Currently, I would say because Haya doesn't have much in terms of like legendary Godzilla stuff. No, not legendary. Toho. I still go monster arts for Toho. But legendary, I'd say just save yourself some money. Just the toes is the only thing for the T-Rex I'm doing right now. I sadly don't get as much dinosaur stuff as I originally did. Like when I first started doing customizing, it was a lot of like Jurassic Park related things. And repainting dinosaurs look like video game versions, stuff like that. And now I barely get any. Like I get dinosaur stuff once in a blue moon. Yeah, just people. There hasn't really been like nothing new in a hot minute. So I think it's just a lot of like more of the random people that would sometimes get a hold of me for dinosaur stuff. There just really isn't. a market for that right now. As much as like Godzilla is like probably bigger than it's ever been, so that's probably why I got a lot more of it. Be my guess. Plus, like Hammond's been doing pretty good at painting the figures, anyways, for the Hammond collection stuff. Hey, Godzilla, come. Ugh, get the hand up. I assume Springtrap would be the killer. Although I don't know if they would do. Well, what they could do is just do one animatronic killer, but then you could just have different skins to be the other animatronics. So like they all play the same, but you can like if you want to be Bonnie, you can be Bonnie. I think it would kind of make sense to me. Just working more on the 99 Godzilla. If I get to it on the stream, I got to do a little bit of airbrushing for the toes for that T-Rex. I just know with the Hammond collection thing, like I know how I would normally paint them, but the problem is I'm not painting the figure to go with them, so I can't go too crazy. So I'm trying to just match it to the way the toy originally was, more so than trying to make it look good. Oh, sweet! You got some more stuff for that? Used to be cool. I feel like we need to find like the oversized, because isn't there like originally she has like an oversized arm because it's like a frog arm or something? We should do that. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that Zilla to come in. Oh, okay, gotcha. Probably should have read the comment harder. That's on me. Okay, so for the teeth, I can almost kind of do the same, but the teeth I would rather do like a reddish brown and then go from there. Or something dark. Because I kind of want to have like that tartar build-up appearance. Don't mind me. Sweet. Did you pre-order it using our affiliate link? Greatly would appreciate it if you did. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, this skateboard one. Nah, I doubt they would make a suit one. It'd be cool though. I know, isn't Mezco? Is it Mezco's doing one? Oh, making that into an artic, it would be the same thing as this for the most part. So I would say yes, it's possible, but it would be very pricey. Honestly, probably more so on that thing because like I really would have to take consideration for the weight. And that kind of sucks. The way I'm painting this guy right now is I literally have to paint this twice. All right, sweet. Yeah, especially use the discount code. Like, save money where you can. Because collecting is already expensive enough. Actually, just got emails for I got like 2 more anime figures. Showed up at Big Bad after my Big Bad package just shipped out that I had previously. So that sucks a little bit. But for the teeth here, I'm using like a reddish brown. To be like my base for the tooth, and then I'm going to dry brush kind of like the same thing I'm going to do with the nails over the teeth. So it kind of has like that tartar buildup look to it. Yeah, one thing that's nice is I don't have to touch this thing's eyes. So I'm excited about that. I actually have to clean them up. So at least the one nice thing about this commission is I haven't had to do like a full repaint on it. It's just making certain things look a little nicer. And just like the nature of what I'm doing, it requires some cleanup. Yeah, I know. Like me personally, I am more than happy waiting for the Haya. If anything, I probably would have done like the one I did previously, where you just use like a neck of Godzilla as the base and just swap the heads with the Bandai. I think that would have probably been the way I would have gone. Because while this looks impressive, it's gonna be like a pretty okay action figure overall, but it's definitely more in the line of like an old McFarlane toy, more so than something you get from like Monster Arts or Haya. Because it's like it's posable, but not like the most posable thing ever. The only thing I've kind of been contemplating is with if I ever get some downtime from commissions, is I'd like to go and kind of like what I did before, where I take some figures and paint them to be better. Uh, what's going to scale with Super 7? Oh, geez, that's not till next year. It was an X Plus originally. Oh, no, this thing's like 13 inches tall. He is massive. Because he was 12 originally, and then me, the way I do the articulation stuff, it just made him inherently taller. Yeah, it's hard. Like, if that helps any. Yeah, I was say just this torso is about the size of a Haya. Though there is a reason why this is probably like my most expensive commission I've done today. Oh, it means he has moderator powers. So if somebody's being uppity in chat or whatnot, uh, he has the power to, yep, he can kick people out. This is definitely getting a lot more and more people commenting and chatting, especially like doing these vertical live streams. There's definitely been a lot more traffic. Yes, he is a god among mortals. He's like Saint Emu the Third. So I thought it wouldn't be a bad idea to have like at least a few people that also helps that they're also in the Discord. So perks of being a Discord member. But I know they're in the live streams quite often. So it's nice for them to be helping. Yeah, I think I just got to reconcile. I'm going to have to clean up the base of these teeth a little bit, no matter what I do. You know, it's really quiet down here, and it just occurred to me that my AC, or not my AC, the dehumidifier is not running right now. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that's going to go between the two evolves. Because I know the prototype photos, like the Monstars was like clearly winning for me. And then we saw like what they showed at Comic Con, and I was like, it's not quite as winning as hard as it used to be. Get the back of the teeth here real quick. Yeah, it's quiet. It's a little too rough. So much of these nail teeth, I gotta paint. Yeah. Random little paint chip got involved. Don't worry, I don't need help feeling old. It's fine. It depends on the customs I'm working on, to be fair. Yeah, these feet are for the T-Rex. But for the ball joints, it kind of depends what I'm working on. Like for smaller figures, I buy like a little like the Euron I've done on streams. Those I got like on eBay, Amazon. This is actually like repurposed from other figures. Because for these larger figures and just stuff I got to use like quite a bit of epoxy putty and stuff, I need stronger joints. You can't really do much better than just like little action figure joints. They're not really a brand. Like you just look up like Gundam ball joints on like eBay. Yeah, eBay, Amazon, hobby based ball joints. They'll pop up. Some of them are a little cheaper on Amazon. Some of them are a little cheaper on eBay. Just all kind of depends what you're looking for. Oh, the floppy just. I don't know if he's my least favorite. Like I'd say my least favorite's probably Son of Godzilla 67. But I've never like but 64 I've never been like that huge of a fan of. I would say after 62, it's not, I would say I didn't really particularly care for him that much until 68. I would say. Yeah, I Stan Winston's design I didn't really care for either. Like again, I'm gonna get some crap, but I still think Zilla was a better design. I know it's blasphemy for some people. It's a cool design, but it's just like I don't know. It's pretty much like more of the same, but not in the right direction I would like to go. Oh, 62, 10 out of 10. Not even close. Yeah, they're both like unique. I just think like for my personal taste, I just think 98's the better one for me. Though I think for a more like traditional style Godzilla movie, of course the Stan Winston one is probably the better version for that. But just for me, it's like the proportions and stuff. I just don't really care for. Detail that was great though. Like it's Stan Winston, so it looks good. Yeah, it's probably like a griffin, something like that. So what was going on with that? I haven't gotten the Super 7 in yet, so I'm not 100%. From what I've seen from pictures, it looks fine. Oop, forgot to mute the thing. Not as good as the prototype photos, but still looks fine. It looks like to me, it looks like on par with the. There we go. On par with like the monster arts in ways. Yeah, maybe I have to go a brighter color. For this part, I'm just dry brushing the teeth, so I just got like a little bit of paint on this. I'm just going over them slightly just to tint them a little bit. Because like I said, I kind of want it to appear sort of like tartar buildup. So we got like a dark base, then we'll go over it lighter with a lighter base, and then cap it off with a more ivory color for the tips. I'm not too particular about getting paint on other stuff at the moment inside the mouth because I got to repaint the inside of the mouth too, anyways. The box man cometh. Arnaud's just a friend. We met at my old job. And we got talking, and we talked about like doing the YouTube stuff, and then just kind of went from there. Kind of gave us an excuse to like hang out. But yeah, definitely not. I would not like a legit brother because he's Bosnian. So, oh yeah, still his favorite kaiju. We don't know why it's his favorite, but it is his favorite. So kind of like this, where it's got a little bit more of a yellow tint, but around the base it's still a little bit darker. So I sure do like my Godzillas looking like they got gingivitis. Okay, I gotta see if I can find that ivory. Cause there's pure white. I don't want pure white. I know I definitely got some ivory hanging out over there. For the most part, stuff for like Hammer videos, like I think most of my personal collection is fairly safe. Although I will say one thing got damaged recently, and it's gonna become. I was thinking about selling it anyways, but I found out it was a little damaged, so it's gonna become a Hammer thing. But I'd say like no like particular brands off limits. But anyways, I digress. We were trying to find some ivory. Like a basic skin tone. I wonder if that's one of the ones that's still hanging out upstairs. Hope not. Oh, there's it. I see it. To be fair, I do have an extra gypsy hanging around. That could become a Hammer candidate. Okay, I'm just gonna take this ivory color and just go over lightly on the tops. Yeah, you can see on camera, it's kind of brightening up quite a bit now. Oh, the NECA? No, I have like each individual. I sold a bunch of gypsies a while back, so I only have like 2 Gypsy Dangers. I have like the Ultimate, the Hong Kong, and one of the battle damage ones. I think Anchorage. I still have, and then I have like one of each of everybody else. Fun fact, I actually contemplated getting the Pride Elvira to smash. Or just a Elvira period. This would be kind of amusing. But yeah, I think that might not go so well. Oh, Cherno Alpha. I remember remember when the line was pretty big for a minute. He was like the expensive one to get a hold of too. Honestly, probably one of the better ones to come out of that line too, to be fair. Like, it was definitely like the least fragile out of the bunch. Like, I think most of like my random Jaegers are all damaged in some capacity. I've had to refix. Kaiju. The only one I was thinking is I have the original release of Knifehead, which is pretty universally hated. That one I've contemplated. But at this point, it's a little bit harder just because they're so much more expensive. Well, there's already a company going to be doing them. Because it's one of the reviews I got to finish editing. But they've already showed off that they're doing kaijus. There we go. Looks pretty smexy. Rawr. Looking good. Now I just gotta do the same thing for all the nails. At least those are not going as like crazy on the layering. Have a good one, Ema. Yeah, personally, I have all the kaijus. But nails are gonna be mostly the same. I'm gonna take the same like basic skin tone and just dry brush over top of them. My opinion on the Monster Art Shimo, get the Haya. Save yourself some money. I think it'll scale better. Like, even if you collect Monster Arts, the Haya looks like it'll scale better with your Monster Arts. Honestly, it'll probably scale better than it does with the actual Hayas. I think it looks a little better. Both of them, the paint jobs are off anyways. But yeah, the one that they just released, the Crimson Typhoon, they're going to be doing kaijus. I'm trying to think. I need that, but a little brighter. That's probably more what I'm looking for. Yeesh. Usually I do these nails. I usually go over them twice on average. I try not to go super thick with the paint job. And just build up the colors on them. I would like to think that we're a friendly channel. I don't think I'm a rude person inherently. Yep, yeah, there's 93, like I showed off at Comic Con. It's 93, GMK, and 99. Well, 93 Mecha Godzilla. The other two were the Godzillas. I like to think I'm hip. I am what the kids call with it. So I'm being kind of quiet. do, 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 do. But yeah, just doing light dry brushing just so the inherent details from the nails still show through really well. I know one of these times I gotta actually set up a light behind behind my phone. But yeah, working on a Godzilla custom. I think now I'm gonna try to go a little bit brighter, but do one more pass just to really flesh out those colors. Also helps too when you're doing it like this to do light passes and do multiples of them because it helps hide your brush strokes too. It definitely comes in handy. Yeah, so the nail should kind of look like this when you're done. Where a lot of the detail still shows up. Gives a little bit more of like an organic look to it. Instead of it just being like one solid color. And you guys can see, I'm kind of just mixing the paint and just eyeballing it. I don't either. There's the other one. Rawr. Oh yeah, but I'll be getting the Hyatt too. I am pretty stoked for that one. GMK, I'll probably get it for channel reasons. I don't know if I'll keep it. If I really like it, I'm gonna keep it. But currently, I'm still really happy with the Monster Arts one, so it's not quite as needed for me. Yeah, I think it looks good. From what I've seen, I think the prototype looks pretty sweet. I have to wait and see like how the paint looks on it, but again, I'm pretty stoked for it. I think the Mecha Godzilla is the only one I kind of contemplate because of to me it just looks tall compared to the Godzillas. Like I know in the movie he's taller technically than Godzilla, but it just seemed kind of huge for the prototype. Same thing, just doing 2 passes with the claws. So the detailing still stands out pretty well. Not going super hard on the paint. This is also kind of just the monotonous part of working on Godzilla stuff is like touching up dorsal spines and claws. It's like the most time consuming part of the entire build in terms of painting. Like generally speaking, a Godzilla body goes pretty quick. It's not really that much to it. It's pretty much base color, top coat, or the base color. If you want to do a dry brushing, and then painting the eyeballs. That's Godzilla 1962. Still my personal favorite Godzilla versus Kong movie. I'm actually kind of surprised that we haven't gotten like the pharmaceutical character from Godzilla or King Kong versus Godzilla. Like somebody just kind of being an homage to that, like I'm sponsoring Godzilla or Kong for that matter. If we're kind of basing it off the original movie. Well, likely once I get these nails done, I'm probably calling it good for the stream at least. Because we've been going almost an hour now. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if you made one. So I could definitely see people buy like people being willing to buy it. There we go. Draw. So the detail on the claw still shows up a little bit. And that's pretty much most of it down. I'll have to like lightly go out to touch up the dorsal spines a little bit. A couple of spots for painting, and then it's just kind of just spending a couple of days randomly sealing it, and it'll be good to go. Oh man, I wish higher. Like, I'd still need somebody to make like a proper Zilla action figure. I don't care if Monster Arts does it. I don't care if Haya does it. I don't care if Super 7 does it. I just would like somebody to make a one in particular would be sweet. Oh, thank you, George. I greatly appreciate it. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this live stream. Like I said, I was hoping to get a little bit more done, but like I said, doing nails and teeth and stuff tends to be a bit time consuming. At least get them looking proper, anyways. Because it's pretty much like each of these nails have been like pretty much painted three times. I think I'd rather have a monster. I think Zilla would be a really good Monster Arts. Haya, I think Haya could still do a good one. I think Monster Arts would probably be my preferred one, if I could. If Super 7 did it, I want an animated one. Like if they did Godzilla Jr., it doesn't even have to be like super detailed. If they just did like Junior, maybe like some of the off monsters, like the more popular off monsters, like the C Rex, the Yeti would be kind of cool. Cyberzilla, because you can just use the same figure, just slap on some metal pieces. I think would be cool. That'd be what I would like to see from them. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this live stream. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. Might do one tomorrow. Like I said, I'm trying to get a few of these guys ready to hopefully go by the end of this week, or at least close enough. Because this one I'll probably try to more or less get wrapped up tomorrow. I'll probably still try to do this before I go to bed tonight. But Godzilla is pretty much like, he just needs to sit for tonight, and then I can do his mouth, clean up his eyes, and then I'll probably start working on doing the touch-ups tomorrow night. The touch-up stuff. So then, seal him. I gotta tighten his tummy, which I think my issue with his tummy is the rod that I have supporting him. It expands it outward. Because when I hold it, it's pretty tight, and he doesn't really want to sag. But the rod on it, but when I put the rod in, he'll sag. So I think it's expanding it enough to not support, or the ball joint isn't clasping as good as it should. I think is my problem there. And everything else joint wise, I think is as good as it's getting. Like I said, for the head, he gets not crazy range of motion, but it's pretty much like good enough to do like movie. It's not like anything crazy that you wouldn't see in the movie. Arms are surprisingly pretty well posable. It helps a lot too that the shoulder joints shift out originally, so you get quite a bit of play there. The stomach, you get a lot of play. Tail, solid play. The legs are actually pretty posable too. It's pretty much like the neck and the head. The neck and the tail, I was kind of restricted on a bit, which is the way everything's kind of set up, or the way I had to set it up. It's more or less like he gets like good rotations out of everything. And then off works really well too. But anyways, help us defeat those guys just by hitting the like button. Subscribe, become a Ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, TikTok, Facebook. Guys like you able to do a channel, donate. Greatly would appreciate. Guys like to pick up some Haya Godzillas for yourself. Link in the description from CalcusToys.com. Save 6% off your order with code SteveCalcus at checkout. And they do free shipping stateside. Pre-orders after the discount are about the same price as the stateside companies, and you get them like months in advance. So that's always a bonus. If you like to get some stateside figures too, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. What do you want? Another way to support the channel. They do free shipping over $80. You know, I keep spinning around. You keep moving in the opposite directions. Get over. What do you think you're doing, huh? What do you think you're doing, Mr. Fluffy Butt? Say hi. You know how to do the stream? He's needy. He's a lot of the time, like, I'll wake up in the morning, get ready to go to work, and he'll follow me around because he wants food. And he will pester me the entire time because he wants food. Like, I'll be trying to pee, and he'll stand on my back trying to nuzzle me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Godzilla. Yeah, he's not really chunky. He's just big. Like, he is lanky. But he's also, like, part Maine Coon. You can see from the markings. So, compared to, like, your normal domestic cat, he is so much bigger. You're a mess. He's also, like, probably the most handsy cat I've ever really had, too. Yeah, he's pretty much Steve as a cat. He's just really long. You. Because the only other cat I really had was Jessica's old cat, Angel. She was a calico and not the friendliest animal. Like, she would come up to you periodically, be like, "I want attention," and then like 5 minutes later would be upset with you, trying to bite you. Servo, on the other hand, is like, you could like wrestle with this cat and it wouldn't do anything. Oh. Yes, I am pretty big too. Oh. Well, then again, I'm also 6'4" and got a lot of other things going on. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this stream. So I'll see you guys next one. Now there's cat hair freaking everywhere. Yep.